Hey up North Yorkshire, how are you doing? Right, so I'm John Steele Photography, and once again someone's wrote me into doing one of these because they know I love them so much. I love talking. So weird, these things, right? So I'll try my best and behave, which don't usually happen. I'm hoping that the folk at Fayres Yorkshire will actually tell me if things are working, because this is my third one and everything's got a bit Pete Tong so far. So yeah. Hi Leslie, it's John Steele. Yeah, right. Hope you're happy. Hope you're having fun in this craziness. So yeah, I'm a wedding photographer. I've been photographing weddings for over the last decade anyway, so I've done a few. So what do you look for when you're looking for a wedding photographer? I always say to people it's about 3 P's. Hi Rolana, you all right? So the 3 P's that I always tell people to look at when you're looking at about your wedding photos. And your wedding photos are so important because they're pretty much the only tangible thing that you take away from your wedding. You spend all this time planning, and then it just goes in a blink of an eye. And you take a dress, and then you got your wedding pictures, and hopefully your wedding pictures are good. So, like, think about what you want from your wedding pictures. So there's different types of photographers. So I would say there's the elegant classical photographer. So these are the people that will do lots of posed for portraits with you. They might drag you around the venue for like an hour or so away from your guests, and is kind of, if that's what you want, then go for it. There's photographers that kind of throw everything into it. They'll like bring smoke bombs, they'll just create heart shapes, and it's kind of right. Always think about what kind of story you want from your wedding. Do you want something where it is set up and you want props? So if you do, go for someone like that. Or there's also a documentary photographer, which I class myself as. A documentary photographer is basically someone that's capturing your day. They're capturing everything that's happening without posing, etc., etc. So, I'm talking about 3 P's. Oh my word, I'm on one today. So your 3 P's: fall in love with the photographer that you want. Look at the portfolio. Spend a long time. Okay, have a look at the portfolio. Don't be scared to ask to see a full wedding. A photographer should be able to show consistency. Like, I'm going to show you in a minute, like one wedding. And it's just a few pictures from this wedding. I give them 972 pictures, but I'm not going to show you that because you'll be here some time and you'll be bored. So, like, fall in love with the photographer, fall in love with their portfolio, and then think about the price. How much do you actually want to pay? Is it worth paying that extra to get the photographer that you're looking for? And don't be scared to haggle as well, especially in these times. People are desperate, so yeah, haggle away. So if anyone wants to haggle with me, just send me an email and I'll give you a call. Right, so I'm going to try and use technology, which it's always gone wrong. So please, Fayres Yorkshire, if it's going wrong, tell me. But I'm going to go through like a wedding that I shot. Okay, so bear with me 1 second. This is where it could go Pete Tong. Right. So the good folk at Fayres Yorkshire, can you actually see me screen sharing? Please tell me yes. Come on, Lana. If not, I'm in trouble. Can you see pictures flicking through? Not yet. Ah, no way. Hold on. Right. Let me bring it onto. I'm multitasking. I'm using different screens and everything, and I'm a bloke, and I shouldn't be able to do things like that. Right. Let me just go back. Can you see it yet, anyone? Lana? Hey! Oh, in. Is that working? Please tell me it is. Right. No one's told me yet, so I don't know. I just talk. So it's going to be difficult to talk around pictures if you can't see them. Hold on, I've got a new message. Nada thing. Right. Okay. Yeah, go full screen. I can't go full screen, Lana. It won't work. Can you see can you see the pictures? Right, I'm just going to go anyway. If you don't. Oh, it flickers, doesn't it? No idea why. Right. You have to do with flicky pictures. They don't flick when I present them to you, really. Right. Okay, so this is a wedding I shot. I shot a while ago, and I'll just go through it and just kind of talk around it. If it don't work, it don't work. So if it does, oh dear, if I told you not to watch, it's going to go mental. Right, so I've no idea why my TV's flickering, but it is. But just think it were like a disco wedding and everything were flickering. Hold on. I'm getting messages from Facebook and everything. It's all going mental. Right. I've no idea where. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about weddings. So I'd planned a wedding that I was going to actually show you about everything that happens, but we're just going to go to plan B. And I ain't got a plan B, so I'll just talk nonsense. Right. So when you're looking for a wedding photographer, what do you want? You want to find someone that you connect with. It's so important that you connect with your photographer. Sometimes when I'm at a wedding fair, a physical wedding fair, and I'm talking to folk, it's really important that you get that connection. I sometimes meet people and I know automatically that I'm not their photographer because they want something really kind of posed, something classical. And I know that if I get that booking, then I'm doing them an injustice because I know that the pictures that I send them, they're going to be upset at because it's not what I do. So spend time thinking about what you really want from your photographer. Okay. Ask the awkward questions. Have a look at wedding blogs. Okay. And if a photographer can't answer the questions, don't go with them. You know, every man, woman, and the dog at the moment are wedding photographers. Well, probably not at the moment because weddings aren't really happening. But it's such a competitive industry, and it's kind of right. Who do we trust? It's a massive trust. Is this when I first started photography? It was 2 years before I actually shot a wedding because I was worried so much. There's so much pressure to get every single picture because you can't recreate these memories. You can't go back. You can't do a first kiss again. You know, I've heard stories of photographers saying, "Oh, you know, can you just do that again? Because I missed it." You know, if you've missed it, you've missed it, haven't you? Just let it go. But yeah, so when I'm photographing a wedding, I kind of describe myself as a rainbow-colored chihuahua. So I walk into a room, I greet the bride, usually on a morning, like because it's usually bridal prep that I turn up at, and then I don't take my camera out. I kind of like chat to folk. I get to know people, and I want people to understand that I'm there and I'm part of their day. But I'm not going to be like kind of telling people what to do. I just let you get on with it. So I usually get a brew. So yeah, milk, make it strong, Yorkshire tea. Thanks for asking. Um, and I can't even see my messages now. So yeah, I'll just go on. So yeah, like I describe myself as a rainbow-colored chihuahua. So if a rainbow-colored chihuahua walks into your room, you're like, "Whoa, the rainbow-colored chihuahua there. What's it doing?" And that's how people see me. So they see me as this weird person with like cameras around me. It's like, right, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So then all of a sudden, this dog, it goes out, it goes for a little wander. 2 minutes later, it comes back, and it's like, oh, it's that dog again. And then people are like, yeah, can see that dog. I'm a bit bored of it now. So then all of a sudden it goes out again, comes back. It's like, oh, it's that dog again. We'll just let it do what it wants. So it usually takes 5 minutes for people to get used to me being there, but then they just forget about me and they trust me, and I get really close and I find out what's that. I just capture every little bit of emotion. I'd love to show you some pictures, but I'm not even going to try. If my screen's flickering, it's all gone a bit wrong, but we'll just get through this. So on a day I'm come and I've beforehand, I've also done like lots of consultations. I know exactly what's happening on your wedding day. I know the timings. I've got someone there who I can ask questions to. If there's something going wrong, the bride and groom don't need to know on the day. So I've already got the contact who I can turn and go, you know what, can we just sort this out before this happens? You know, and experience of over 10 years of weddings, I've seen it all. In this wedding I was going to show you, there's actually a runaway car that went straight through a farmer's wall and some cows came out. but I'll have to show you another time. But yeah, anything can happen. But the bride and groom don't need to know that. It's their day. They just need to crack on. And that's what I do. I'm there to capture everything. I'm there to capture all the emotions, tears at weddings. Alan Saunders, when's my next wedding? Oh my word! Right. Well, I should have been in Dorset now. It was going ahead 2 weeks ago. I booked my hotel, and all of a sudden it's got cancelled. So I'm still paying for my Premier Inn at the moment. So yeah. And next Saturday, I'm supposed to have a wedding at Thornforth Vineyard. At the moment, we still don't know if it's going ahead. So that's kind of how we're operating at the moment. It's just literally day by day. So if it goes ahead, brilliant. If it doesn't, so be it. We'll get it sorted, won't we? It's what we have to do. And this is another thing. During all this COVID stuff, like all I've been trying to do is treat people with as much respect as humanly possible. I've not been throwing contracts at them and going, you owe me this money. It's like, right, it's your wedding. What can we do to make it work? Is it going to be cancelled? Is it going to be postponed? If so, we'll do this. And that's how I work, you know. I treat people with respect, and that's why I get a lot of referrals. So yeah, so I've gone through my rainbow coloured chihuahua. I'm there to capture your day. Your day is a story, okay? So it's kind of, it has a beginning, it has a middle, it has an end, and a lot happens within that story. And it's about all the people in between as well. It's not just the bride and groom. It's about your family, it's about your friends. It's just capturing everything and all the moments that are happening. That's what I'm trying to capture. So when I'm walking around, I'm listening out for people telling jokes, because hopefully there's going to be laughter. I'm looking for tears. I'm looking for details. It's a whole story is your wedding day. It's not just here's a bride and the groom in a field, like looking bored. It's kind of, right, how can we make this into a whole story? And this is what I try to capture. I tell the story for you. So I have lots of wedding fair guys. There's tears on the cake, eh? Oh my word, you should write best man speeches, shouldn't you? Aye, I've heard them all. I won't even go into wedding best man speeches. My word, I've heard plenty of them. So yeah, it's kind of like, how can I tell your story the best? Okay. And as I say, it's like, I might not be the photographer for you. If you're looking for something very posed, something elegant, then it's not for me. I'm not for you. If you're looking for someone who's going to capture absolutely everything, and I do mean everything, because I have no filter. There's nothing that I won't photograph if it's happening, unless it's really, really dodgy. But like some of my photos, some of my award-winning photos, the moments that just will never happen again. You know, I've had people asleep at weddings, which, you know, that's won loads of awards. I've had people falling off space hoppers, naturally, not set up. So yeah, it's about capturing your day. At the moment, I'm on a new website done, but I'll be sending the link out soon. But have a look on my current website and you'll see the sort of pictures that I actually produce. And the pictures I'm showing, there's nothing set up. There's nothing that hasn't happened in real life. Okay, let me just scroll down, see if there's any messages. I can't see any, but no, it seems to be working. Technology, eh? Yeah. So I have different packages as well, because I used to always photograph weddings for unlimited time. But then after I did a 21-hour wedding, I thought, oh, right, maybe we need to kind of put a cap on this. So I have a 10 hours, a 12 hours, and an unlimited package. And when I say unlimited, it really is unlimited. I can be there from bridal prep. Sometimes it's like 6 o'clock in the morning at hairdressers. And it's like, I want to capture your day. And it's about what you want. It's not what I want. If you want me there, I will kind of come as early as you want. But some people don't want that. They don't want me at the hairdressers. They don't want that. But it's about you. It's not for my portfolio. Believe me, I've got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pictures. I don't need to show anymore. It's not for me. It's about you. So think about your wedding. Think about your wedding as a story. Okay. And think about like kind of the suppliers that you're going to use as well. There's some fabulous suppliers on here. Okay, so think about like meeting all these people. You can usually get a feel for who you trust. Um, I I'm old school, you know. I like to meet people in person. It's hard at the moment, but even with Zoom, you can kind of still get a good feel for folk and ask the questions, ask the difficult questions that like people are asking. And if the photographer won't answer, what is your backup plan in case like you're ill? Then don't go with them. It's so important is your day, you know. Ask how many pictures you receive. What do you do with an album? Is it kind of included in the package, or is it going to be sold to you? Sometimes like people will do like tricks. They may even give you your pictures on a DVD knowing that you can't even access them, so then they have to buy a stick off them. It's, you know, there's lots of hidden kind of tricks that photographers use. So yeah, just go with it. Let me just see. I think the time's running out now. I don't know if anyone's talking to me, but yeah. Let me just have a look at my stopwatch. See, that's not working either. All right, I've gone over my time. Right. So if you want to get in touch, then just send me a message, john@johnsteelephotography.com, or follow me on Instagram. It's John Steele Photo, and same on Facebook. Right. And so it's all gone a bit peaked on. It usually does, but we've got through it. Right then. Enjoy the time and have fun. Bye.